is our 8th season, the only outdoor poetry show in the city, 8 years in running, and we have some of the hottest poets.
My inspiration is what I see. I live on the west side of Chicago, so the things that I see, I'm trying to uplift the people through the poetry, and God gave me the gift, so my inspiration is just touching people with what I say.
See, it's my poetic passion, the reason I'm passing. See, I'm proverbs with proverbs while perverts on the scene spitting for sex and paper, prostituting their poetry, performing for popularity. They supposed to be prophets, but they only speaking for profits, which is why they don't profit properly. At the open mic, spitting for poetic paparazzi. See, it's a silent policy that says if your poetry ain't paying the solutions to the problems we got as a people, then identify your purpose, please, because purposely, niggas is creating personas and putting rhymes to words and saying it poetically. And personally, when you paying for the crowd's attention, your poem decreases in value. Now use a penny picture, you punk nigga. Come to open mics just to pose for pictures. Preaching peace and all your pieces for a collection plate. The only time you positive is on the pulpit, but you'll get pulled quick using your pen to poison your page. See, nigga, this ain't the place. But you be writing powerless punchlines and pathetic rhymes is the reason your lines don't punch. See, it's a process and understanding the progress, but pretending like you spitting for the revolutionary protest when really you testing the pro. And when it comes to plagiarizing propaganda poets, I'm easily provoked. See, I'm profound with pronouns while the crowd applauds got these other poets programmed. And although I see your potential, I still punish you niggas with pads and pencils. Each paragraph, I leave them perplexed while them other poets use more sugar in their rhymes than Kool-Aid in the projects. They can't protect their art because their priority is spinning for promoters. You Pinocchio rhyming artists trying to get your faces on pluggers. Plus, it's a penalty. Promiscuous poets pay for proud lyrical pimping. Panhandling poetry puts me in a position to penetrate through the paint, ball these niggas up like Paul Pierce. Understand me, Pierce? Just because you're a poet with a payment plan doesn't make you a pioneer. Just like yelling power to the people don't make you a panther unless you know the 10 points. Pretty much, these niggas overprivileged. Poets is the pilots of the plane to make it plain. If you ain't got God's permission, lyrically you shouldn't be presenting. You pursuing the path that God ain't paved. That's why your footprints proceeding in a slow pace. So getting the home plate gonna be postponed. You pathological liars, but I'm 100% like I was spitting Patron. See, I'm patient. See, I'm patient with these private agenda imposters, but it's possible for me to put rhymes in the pistol and prepare to pop you. Peep this. If you's a puppy for the crowd, then you ain't God's puppet. Point blank, the hell with your poem if your personal intention doesn't portray what you pledge into the public.
Poetry on the Patio gives poets the outlet and the experience, and it also brings together the community.
I believe that my poetry is helping me create my reality, because it's like the things that I write, I see them come up in my life for real.
When all you have to do is adore yourself and pour your wealth into your own bank and give thanks to your deliberate imagination, receive divine compensation through mental labor, mental favors, godly flavors, savored by our own mind's eye. My intent is to heal the blind, and maybe they'll see why they were crying out alone. It's because their visions were being told lies to. Watching television at home, on the phone, receiving cancer instead of reading, receiving answers. Unchanneled energy never canceled, and so it became reactive.
I have been coming to Poetry on the Patio for the last about 10 years, and I enjoyed every minute of it. It's refreshing. It's just like family. You can always call it home. You always feel comfortable, and you're always able to express yourself. Just give me one breeze, sweet as the summer breeze. How I just let my hair down and let it go, and so I can flow with the words of the wind, with the sweet summer breeze, inhaling and smelling. How sweet this breeze can be. How lovely this breeze can be. Just one more touch of that sweet and summer breeze.
If Jesus was a superhero, would he say the ghetto? Pop up at my parties, turn my juice to amaretto. Sour my thoughts, maybe. But it's hard for me to believe that Jesus wasn't something like me. Now, some call it blasphemy. Maybe it's blasphemy. Said, some call it blasphemy. Maybe it's blasphemy. If Jesus was a superhero, would he say the ghetto? Pop up at my parties, turn my juice to amaretto. Sour my thoughts, maybe, but it's hard for me to believe that Jesus wasn't something like me.